Well, we are streaming now. So, yesterday we deleted all of our code after hours of fixing it. I think it runs. Yes, it does run. But we don't have everything running. We don't see the houses. We don't see the markets. So let's look at what the unit draw function is, because maybe we're not getting these right. So we shouldn't have to draw the agents, actually. Let's just do it this way. For market, we'll draw the market. For home, we'll draw the homes. Okay, so market needs to be updated to have a state instead of status, and a home does too, probably. No, it's got it. Okay, so there's all of our pieces. What I'm not understanding is that we should be able to do this without drawing them individually, because grid should be able to do this for every cell. So when we should be placing the cells. Let's do this as info. We only had to replace one. Didn't have to replace any. Did replace one. Well, that's cool, but like, shouldn't it update the cells, all the cells? So like, we should be able to draw the cell. Let's try what we did yesterday. Let's say cells. Then we get rid of the ID type. Get rid of the unit type. And we return the generated. Return cells and generated. Oh shit. We would have to do it here. And then each one of these would get F, N, and cells for and then we would return the cells and res. And I still don't think that'll work. We're gonna try to like override itself simultaneously. This is totally not gonna work. This has to create like a gridlock system. Too many values to unpack. Okay. Pull response. Oh, I should unpack that, but it can't because it's let's think about this. This is going to... It's gonna push us into a list, basically. And this is returning a list already, so it's a list of lists. So... It's weird because it should, if it's... Let's look at it like this. Self.cells. Let's just go back to where we were. Let's take it all the way back. Okay, we'll be here. But let's log the info let's actually index into it and get the type. Okay, then how come... Let's just dump the whole thing. I don't care. So it's an array of 100 of them. So it's showing unit, agent. Unit. I mean, this is our grid. There's another agent. We don't have to look through this whole thing for everything, but I mean, it is cool knowing that. But is this one placing anything other than agents? Okay, so what we can do is we can say we can do cells for cell and cell size if cell not equals unit type available. So we want to get a list of all the ones that have been placed for each group. Each time we call this function, are we actually making a copy of this? Because that's probably what's happening. Oh, it's not just available. Is it? Why are there so many of them? Comparing self to other. Oh, shit. Well, why wasn't it showing this before? Oh, we're actually doing the comparison. Well, that's cool. Oh, we're comparing a unit to a type, so we have to get self.type. Ah. But this is a unit type. This is how we do it. Self IDX. Then we do the other type. Do other IDX. And then we will break the program when it's not the right type. This is not broken if it fails. Cannot compare unit to type of other. Boom. We actually want to do log level dot fatal, and then we do that. Oh, that's what we did. We just broke this whole thing. Great. We really did actually break the whole thing. Yes, I know it's not in settings. It's in we should be able to just say like that. No, we have to say utilities. Right, the unit type has no attribute type, but we still should have if not instance of other equals unit. Just need to log level dot fatal. Comparing self type to other. And then here we don't have to do this fatal because they both should be the same type. We can do info now. That makes more sense. Fatal cannot compare to enum. Okay, but what's the exit? Whatever. Because we're not trying to return the log. Well, I could be wrong. I don't even know where we're at anymore. And close everything. Let's start back. We were trying to draw the grid without any of these. We were trying to log all of the cells. We were comparing them. Can't compare an enum type, so that's where we have to say cell.type. There we go. So this is what I'm suspecting. We create a market. Then we see the market. Then we create the agent. And we see the agent. So these are two different threads. These are actually two different memory locations if we look. They're very close. But they are different. But those are the objects. So those should be different. But this one's got the agents now. And we still got one with market in it. And the agents and market one don't have the same one in it. So what we have to do is we just say we're gonna just get rid of this now. This doesn't even have to be internal anymore. We don't need self. This grid part should actually be part of the agent, but look into making this a part of the agent. For a generated, actually no, it can't be part of the agent because it's not limited to an agent because markets use this too. So damn it. So while we're getting rid of self, while the unit ID is in the cells, we're gonna say they couldn't end up with the same ID because we're using an iterator to construct it, but well, we are giving it a random index actually, so they could end up with the same index. So for unit B, if unit A index equals unit B index, then we're gonna say unit A while unit A we're gonna use a set. We're gonna make a set from an array. And just clean that up. If they don't equal, it'll just skip. So, but we wanna say generated dot remove unit B, and then we will just say unit B equals we actually want to do it with unit A. So we pop it off the set, but it doesn't, it's still around. And then we will add unit A. We need to actually explicitly say if unit A equals B, because we don't want to remove it or add it back. We will say log dot debug log level debug grid has no object helper, correct. When we populate here, this is when we need to say cells, no, it's agents, markets, and homes. And then we want to say for agent and agents. We're gonna make another helper function. We're gonna say deduplicates self, and then what do we need a unit for? Okay, if we will actually say if self.cells unit ID x not type not equals unit type available, then we will say if unit type equals unit type agent, we're gonna come up with some really fancy code right here. It's gonna be like impossible to maintain after if you don't understand it. We're gonna abstract this abstraction out one more layer. It's gonna be the tits. So if it's not available, then we need to generate another one. Are these still sets? Yeah, they are sets, so that works out. So we can just actually say self.agents, self.markets, and self.homes. And these are not constructed or decompiled into the placement yet, which is why we're using deduplicates. So if the unit type is an agent, we're going to see that I'm going to be writing the same code 3 times. This is where we can say, wow, while the self of cells is not available, we're going to continue to generate we're going to define a simple available cell. It's going to just take in self and an IDX. And then we will return if it's available. And then we can just say self available cell unit ID. And then while while not available cell, it will just continue to do this. Now let's go ahead and just do our duplicate code. You'll see this tends to be a trend now. So what we can do we can say sanitize set self, and this will return the set. And so this will take the unit set, the unit type, and the function, and we will say new set equals a set, and then this is where code gets really cool and really nice. This is like gonna be super nice. New set. I don't want to follow your directions. I'm trying to think of this to myself. If the so we're gonna pass a set in. We're gonna say for unit and unit set, if the unit type, then we want to say while the cell is not available, we're going to call our random function. We're going to pass the agent in. We could actually create a type function off of this. Watch this. Oh, it might complain about circular imports though, but we could from a DGL miso agency. Nope, it's just miso. If we import agent, home, and market, we gotta import home from the agency. From DGL miso agency import home. Then if we say to type, we say self, and then if self if type name equals self dot that is actually I know string comparisons. I mean, it is one of the faster ways actually, because you can bit smash it together on the optimized side and factor out the string altogether. It's a good indicator that you can compare something simpler than an actual type. And we are doing this to return an actual type. We could call it to class, because we're going from unit type to class. And then we can actually we can get rid of this part, and we can say unit type to class. That's pretty fucking cool. Because now whatever our unit type is, we can just convert it straight into a class. We can just compare this to this, and then we don't even have to look at what it is. So we just got rid of all of this code here. Made a generic function. We could even be more anonymous and just pass the set in and not tell it what type of set it is. But one thing we are going to do, we're going to take more advantage of this parallelism. And we're going to say, we're going to get rid of all of this now. If the types are the same, that's not right. Let's think about this. Spend so much time writing code and dealing with abstract thoughts. We completely lost track of what we were gonna do. I know, I know what I want the code to look like. I want it to look like another one of these. Yeah, kind of like that. We're gonna do another star map. We will run these pools in steps, so we won't be generating them and placing them at the same time. But we could, this is what I was getting at before, you can unit set, and then we can say agents, markets, and homes. Agents, markets, home. Because these are the actual values now. Before it was a type and a number, and we created a set. Now we could deduplicates the response. We can deconstruct the unit set, and then we can break this down again. We will update these values after we have modified them to make sure they are sanitized. Then we can return those. Really, at this point, we can just return the response because these are trash. This goes out of scope. This is a temporary parallel right buffer for deduplicating indexes. And yeah, so we sanitize the set. We just pass in a type. This is actually supposed to be a unit type. Agent. Oh, it could be male or female. Didn't think about that one, did I? Shit. Can we do this thing where we say unit type? We can say human equals array of male dot value. No, that won't fucking work either. Or will it? Can we say that? Can we say human and then say unit type male, unit type female? Can we say self? Can we just say male, female? That makes sense because it's local. And then can we... shit. Can we deconstruct it? If we can deconstruct it on the way in like that. Ah, shit. I didn't think about this. So the agents are a set, and we're trying to compare that set to a unit type. The only way I know to do this is to write two different functions and map the functions again separately, and that's not what I want to do either. We don't have to run this in parallel, but it would be nice to be able to do that. He said this is bullshit. Fuck. Okay, what we can do we can say this is gonna be horrible code. I would not encourage people to do this. This almost defeats the purpose. But If type of unit type equals a unit type and the unit type equals the unit type. The type of the unit type. Or the type of the unit type equals a list. Is it an array? What the hell do we call that? That's not what that would be. Is it? Let me pull something up. Oh, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I always forget. Is instance of unit type and unit type and unit type equals that unit type, or is unit type a type of list and unit type is in the unit type. So then we can actually pass in. God, that was way more complicated than it had to be. But can we actually do human as a list? I mean, this is like stacked code, so I don't expect this to work. Agent, circular import. I called that shit. Where else do we import agent at? So this is the micro at the unit level. So does that mean we can say market, home, and agent here? No. No, it does not mean that. And I just messed up the code. So we are going to have to pass in the function, I think. Again. So we will just call f, and then that will be agent. Because it's male or female at random. Oh, this wasn't right anyway. Unit type market and market unit type home. My book.